Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2. I think this is gonna be special. You know, I gotta stop saying. I just thought it out. I said, let me go live right quick. I told the people I would go live. So, good day to the folks out there in the world, wherever you may be. It's so beautiful out here. I know you can see it. Hopefully the internet connections holds, Wi-Fi and all that stuff, mitigating factors that may come, but let me not get too preachy about it. I feel like this is going to be special because of the fact that I'm out here. It's Sunday, you're having a nice day, a great time. I appreciate it, As far as things go, though, I think I wanted to share, some wisdom with folks, about my life, different things, a conversation that I once had with an old timer. And in that conversation, we spoke about, 5 things that people needed to know about me, as it pertains to life and general and, how folks do things. And I'll share that with you. I think it's probably better if I sit down for this because I got to actually pull out a piece of paper. And I do remember the things, but I want to get the thoughts correct, so I could, give it to you. And then there's this beautiful background. I know you see it somewhere out there. I mean, it's just a beautiful day all around. I love it. I love it. I need more of it. Yeah. Hopefully folks hear me, see me out there. It's like Granny Monster said. She said, if they don't catch you live, then basically, they'll catch you on the upload, and it's all good. So hopefully you catch me on the upload. And thank you for all the people that, caught up with me in the last live stream. Ray Ray the Explorer, Miss Ray Ray the Explorer, Melanie, Pet Monster. Hopefully there's nobody else that I'm forgetting, So basically in this live stream, I'm just gonna, finish up on the things that I need to talk about, and even may write a poem, which is something I want to do. And I have a piece of white paper and a pencil with me just to write this poem, if I have the time, or depending on how I'm feeling about the situation and whatnot. I'm just caught up in nature, Sometimes you get so caught up in nature you don't know where to go with it. I mean, because like I said, look at this beautiful day. Look at the trees, look at the water, look at the projects back there. Oh man, I just enjoy a beautiful day. And I tell you, if you have the mobility and the time and the energy, you go out there and enjoy a beautiful day as well. But let me have a seat. Rest these middle-aged legs and get into really what I came out here to talk about. Hopefully folks can hear me. If anybody hears me, if you can see me, make sure you see me. Everything is shaded right. Yeah, but these are the 5 things that people need to know about me. And I think I have it up here. I'm just gonna read it. One of the first things that folks needed to know, which is important. Make sure I got it right. One of the first things people needed to know is that they can trust you, what's life without trust? What's, a situation if, a conversation or, relationship, if folks are constantly betraying you, if folks are, constantly putting you in situations, that are compromising where you don't know what's going on. I know my mother specifically, she prefers trust over love, saying that, she'd rather be trusted than the love. But for any relationship to work, you have to have trust, between you and the people that you're dealing with, be it 1, be it 2, be it 3, whoever, as far as, financially, in a job setting or relationally or just a family. It's important to have trust in your relationships, and people need to know that they can trust you in whatever it is that they're doing, whatever it is that you're asking them to do. So that's one of the first things, that was, that people needed to know about me, especially I was speaking to the old timer. Hey, what's going on, Granny Monster? I see you out there. I appreciate you for checking in, I was just going over the 5 things people needed to know about me and in any given situation. Basically, I said the first one was people need to know that they can trust you, and that's what the old timer told me at the time. And what's any relationship without trust? You don't want to tell somebody your deepest, darkest secrets, and then you turn around, it's on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, IG somewhere. That could be a situation where it compromises you in many ways. But the second thing, the old timer that people needed to know about me was people need to know that you hear them. People need to know that you're listening to them. People need to know that you're responding to the the wants, the fears, the anxieties, the hopes, the dreams that they have. Any particular things that's going on with them. They need to know that when you speak or when they speak to you, that you're listening. That matters to people, that folks pay attention to. So that's one of the things that the old timer told me that folks needed to know from me. That I hear them, that I'm paying attention, and I'm not just passively listening, but I'm actively listening. Like one example is people told me maybe I should live stream. So yeah, I am live streaming, because I'm hearing folks out there, I want to communicate. So the third thing that folks told me that folks needed to know about me, or the old timer told me that people needed to know about me, is that they need to be able to count on you. People need to know that they can count on you. They need to know that you're dependable. It's like if you say you're going to be there, then be there. I told you so. Okay, I'm reconnected. Like I said, sorry about that. Wi-Fi signal. Love AT&T, but sometimes you're not always connected. Anyway, back to the third one. The third thing that folks need to know about me, as given to me by the old timer. People need to know that you're dependable. Like I said, I will be here on the live stream Sunday. How dependable do I seem if I told you I'm gonna be someplace and then Sunday come, I'm home chilling, or I'm out on the beach with my feet up, and I was like, yo, I should have been on YouTube and hit the people like I hit the people, and thank you for those folks that's watching, for however long you watch. I appreciate that. So let me get back into this. Hopefully I'm not boring you to death, but I still think this is special and folks need to know this. I'll recap all the 5 after I'm finished. So people need to know that you believe in them. That's the 4th thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm back again. I'm back again. So forgive me if I keep going in and out. Number 4, what people need to know is people need to know that you believe in them. It's one thing to talk to people about their hopes and dreams. It's one thing to sit down and talk about what you would and wouldn't do, but folks need to know that somebody out there cares, that somebody out there, actually, believes in the things that they can do and what's possible for them and whatnot. It matters. Nobody wants to be around somebody that really doesn't believe in them. You're telling them everything that they want to hear, but when it comes down to it, you kind of sort of secretly don't believe in any of their hopes or dreams, or you think they're a loser, or you think, maybe they can't accomplish what they can accomplish. You're not really empowering those people. And that's not something that folks, really need from you at that particular moment in time or any moment in time. Folks need to know that you care. People need to know that, you really, you really, see something in them, that, when they're telling you something that, that you believe that they can do it, they can at least have a chance, a shot at it. And let me get into the 5th thing. People, which it relates to the 4th, like the old timer told me, people need to know about me that I care about them. I mean, it's like a businessman said one time in the book that I was reading. I forgot the quote. I mean, I know the quote, but I forgot who said it. It says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Folks want to know how much you actually care about what their life is about. They want to know that you actually, excuse my language, give a damn about what's going on with them in their life. And all these 5 things that people need to know about me basically boils down, as the old timer told me, to how I listen. It's all about how you listen. So I'll recap what it is that the 5 things that people need to know about me. Number 1, they need to know that they can trust you. You know, what's any relationship without trust? 2, they need to know that you hear them. I mean, you can't have a conversation, you can't have a relationship, a real one, if you don't really hear, you know, what people are saying back and forth. Number 3, they need to know that they can count on you, that you can be dependable in any, you know, given situation. You know, that, you know, your word means something. You're not just saying to them, you know what, I'll be there, and then, you know, the time comes, you know, nobody shows up. You know, you're not there. You're leaving them hanging, you know, left holding the bag, as some of the old timers know. Number 4, people need to know that I believe in them. You know, it's one thing to have a conversation, but if I don't believe in you, where's that relationship really going to go? You know, we're talking about hopes and dreams and goals and stuff like that. Why should you believe in me if I don't believe in you? You know what I'm saying? And let me get into the other one. The 5th one, again, people need to know that you care about them, you know. And those are the 5 things that, you know, people need to know about me. You need to know all these things, you know, because it boils down to basically how I listen, how I internalize and take into things, you know, with relationships that I have. Even if you're just a stranger online, you know, these things matter. You need to know that you can trust me. You need to know that I care about you. You need to know that I can be dependable when you're asking me to do something. You need to know these things, because these are, you know, something that helps build a healthy relationship. And I think in life, a lot of times we lack healthy relationships, you know, real healthy relationships, or people don't even know what relationships or real communication is. So these things are important, and it's important to build upon these things and to grow with these things, you know, in order to, you know, strengthen and have, you know, real lasting, long-lasting relationships with people that matter in your life. Not everybody's going to matter. Not everybody you're going to connect with and bond with and grow with, you know. It's not going to happen that way. But at the same time, you know what, for those people that are worth it, make the effort. You know, why not? You know, just get to a point where you say, you know what, if I really care about these particular people, then I'm going to let them know that they can trust me. Then I'm going to let them know that, you know, I can be depended upon. I'm going to let them know that I believe in them. I'm going to let them know that I care about them. And when you do these things, hey, you know, you could build some great relationships. You can open up some great opportunities as far as, you know, just getting to meet real individuals out there, you know, that are cool. And why not? Why wouldn't you want to do these things with people that you know, that you care about? Why wouldn't you want to, you know, try to, you know, build relationships with people that you connect with in a real way? That folks are going to be honest with you, that are going to look out for you, that are going to care about you, and vice versa. So, hey, man, you know, I say to folks out there, if you have somebody out there that you really care about, that you really, you know, connect with and you vibe with, even if somebody you don't really do that with, you still want to, you know, treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, like they said, the golden rule out there. You know, you don't want to just blow people off. You don't just want to push people to the side. You don't just want to say, you know what, you know, all right, fine, just because you can't really do anything for me right now, you know, it really don't matter. You know, nah, you know, because think about it. Who wants to be blown off? You know, who wants to be cast aside and just dismissed like they're nobody? You know, so I mean, treat people the way you want to be treated. I mean, I tell folks out there, we ain't got to be best friends, especially if we don't connect and got all the same interests. But at the same time, you know what? I should care, you know, that you exist as a human being. I should care that you have interests and goals and dreams and hopes and things of that nature. I should care about that stuff. That stuff matters. Your life matters. The things that you're trying to do, that you're trying to accomplish. Even if it's something I don't connect with, even if you have some weird obsession with, you know, insects, or maybe you like cold pizza, or, you know, maybe you like to visit strange places, you know, in the middle of the night, you know, abandoned buildings or something like that. And I'm not saying that towards anybody in particular, but I'm saying that, you know what, that's something to care about. That's something to know, you know what, those are your interests. Those are things that are important to you. So I treat it with respect. And I think too many times people forget about civility. People forget about respect. People forget about, you know, treating folks the way they want to be treated, you know. Understanding if somebody is doing a makeup tutorial or telling you how to cook, you know, zucchinis, you know, yeah, it may not be your thing, but you know what? Hey, you know, you believe in that person, encourage that person. You never know where that's gonna go. But it seems like I'm going off on a tangent. Let me kind of focus this back. Basically, you know, it's about how you listen to people. It's about how you care about folks. And you know, like I said, I appreciate those folks again that come in, that support me, that care about my hopes and dreams, that try to, you know, connect with me, even if you don't agree with everything that I'm saying, even though if you don't get down with me in the ways that interest you. I appreciate you for coming by, stopping by, you know, and especially on this beautiful day with the birds chirping and singing and all that other crazy stuff. You know, I'm glad I came outside. Really, I am. And I did say I was going to write a poem, so I'm trying to think where I should sit and write the poem or whatever. I don't know if anybody in the comments, let me know what you feel. Let me know what's going on. If you got any questions, if you got anything you want to say to me, you know, speak your piece. But again, I think folks for just coming in and just watching. I think that means a whole lot, especially on this beautiful day. This is the seaside of the ports of Brooklyn, you know. Thanks for taking a walk, a journey with me along IKEA, the IKEA Pier. Hopefully you can hear me out there, you know. Hopefully this live stream is interesting to you, or I drop some jewels on you, you know, some lessons or whatever. I don't know, you know, some wisdom and things. I got so much more. I'm just trying to, you know, be as interesting as possible, you know, in a melodramatic type of way. And like I said, I thank folks for who's ever still watching. Thank you for the folks that come back and forth. Thank you for the people that will watch later. I mean, because all the support is greatly appreciated. I take none of it for granted. I appreciate every comment, every thumbs up, every thumbs down, everything, all the way around. Now I just got to sit down and figure out what I'm gonna write about. I don't want to have like these boring scenes where I'm sitting down writing and and I'm not saying anything, but I think that's the way it's gonna be. Or should I just come up with something on the spot? I don't know. These live streams are interesting because you're trying to find the right things to say and you're trying not to leave too much dead space in the live stream. I don't want to have too much, like, you know, I guess, I don't know, white space, you know, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to think, do I just come up with a poem right offhand? Thank you for the folks that are watching me, because this is the part where it's a little complicated now because I'm trying to figure out the right place to sit down and write this poem. I have this white paper, nothing on it, just so you know. And then I'm gonna sit down, maybe I get some shade or something like that. I should have came out probably with a pre-prepared poem because I don't want to waste too much of your time, me sitting down writing a poem and then reciting the poem, because then that's like, okay, you know, this man is just wasting up space. You know what? Better yet, I know what I'm gonna do. Instead of trying to sit down and write a poem and waste time where you watching me while I'm writing something down, I might do another live stream later on in the day where I just, you know, recite some poetry or something like that. That's if you want it. If you want it, then I can do that. And for those folks that are coming back into the stream or coming into the stream now, I can just basically go over the 5 things that people need to know about me just in case you missed it. And those 5 things that people need to know about me are real simple. Let me get through here first. Yeah. It's hot out here. I should have drunk some water. But the 5 things that people need to know about me are: 1, they need to know that they can trust you. 2, they need to know that you hear them. 3, they need to know that you can count on them, be dependable. 4, you need to know that you believe in them. 5, that you care about them. And then all that boils down to how you listen. If you're not listening, then what kind of relationship are you having? How are you connecting with people? What does it matter? You know what I'm saying? You know, People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And, oh man, I think I gotta see this. I don't know if you can see that. Wow. That's nature right there. Hopefully you can see this. Oh man. Wow. I gotta see that back. I didn't get the chance to see how that looks other than, with my 2 eyes. You know what I'm saying? I see these streets, I see the world. And also too, that IKEA pier. I mean, this is looking so beautiful out here. I wish you could see it in person. I wish you could like experience this for yourself. I mean, come on out to IKEA, over here in Brooklyn. Why not? Up there. You see it up there. It's looking all beautiful and whatnot. Why not? Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Yeah, man. Sometimes you forget how beautiful life is, how beautiful nature is. Sometimes you just got to come out there and experience this stuff, man. We sit home with the smartphones and the smart TVs and the video games and the internet, all that stuff. Come out and enjoy life, man. It's out here. It's waiting for you. As people get off the stream. I see folks getting off the stream. I only really wanted to do 20 minutes of this or so. So I tell folks, thank you. Appreciate for watching. Hopefully this is good in the playback. I tell folks, make sure you watch my video. I have to come get you in your house. Maybe not, but I appreciate it if you did. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all the way around. Talk to you later.